Hey, what's up, everybody? Brennan Morse here for Red State. The new Indiana Jones trailer came out, and it's got people worried. And it should have people worried. It has people worried because by now, many of us understand the pattern that Disney goes through. They take an old character that is beloved, that means something to people, that has, people grew up with over the generations. And they want to morph it into something that is for quote-unquote modern audiences. Modern audiences meaning that they are trying to appeal to a certain section of the political left, and not anybody else. These modern audiences that they're talking about are typically very heavily influenced by social justice, very heavily influenced by feminism, and they want their movie to reflect that. And in order to do that, what they often do is they'll take a character, a male character that is masculine or beloved, who is a hero, and they will degrade him, and they will lessen him, make him a shadow of his former self, just so that the female companion that is usually accompanying them can shine all the brighter. It's not a formula that works out well. It has not worked for years now. Many franchises have died because of it. Many franchises that many people would consider so strong that they were too big to fail are now dead in the water, to the point where people just have started ignoring the brand now. Star Wars is a really good example of this. They took Luke Skywalker, a hero to many, a recognizable face, and turned him into a miserable weakling who is beat by a person who is just in her Jedi training. But, she is a she, so she gets to beat him. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi recently went through this. He was a hero to many, a strong general, a warrior, and now he is a scared wuss, chased around by a female character who is far stronger than he is. Oftentimes, they will do a bait and switch, even. Did you want to see He-Man? Well, too bad, because you're now going to be following around He-Man's female companion. Did you want to see Moon Knight? Too bad, his girlfriend's now the hero of this story. Did you want to see Master Chief? Too bad, because there's a unnamed female character that needs more attention than, the very main character of the Halo series, apparently. Well, it looks like they're going to do the same thing to Indiana Jones, and it has people worried. This is up at Bounding Into Comics right now. Bounding Into Comics is a great website. I can't recommend going there enough for entertainment news. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny trailer makes a mockery of title hero, seems to forget events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. So, you're going to notice some things. Indiana Jones in this trailer that they have just released, which I'm sorry I can't play on YouTube too much because they will flag me for it. Harrison Ford is doing the exact same thing that they are doing to Mark Hamill when it comes to his character, Luke Skywalker. They are degrading him. They are making him seem like a, weaker, depressed person who's given up on everything. Let's go ahead and dive into this. And yet another example that Disney holds no respect for the legacy of the numerous IPs they've assimilated over the years. The first trailer for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny seems to suggest that the world's most famous archaeologist has forgotten his own past adventures. Released on December 1st, the trailer opens with a montage of the title heroes, Harrison Ford, life in the years since Kingdom of Crystal Skull. Amongst shots of Jones teaching, exploring a river-filled cave, and riding a motorcycle in pursuit of a departing plane, a familiar voice of the returning Salah, or John Rhys Davies, begins to reminisce. I miss the desert and waking up every morning wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us. Those days have come and gone. The tired explorer replies to his old friend. Perhaps, Salah replies, perhaps not. As Jones turns to Salah, intrigued by his open-ended suggestion, the trailer cuts to present another montage of clips, which begins by presenting audiences with glimpses at such forthcoming events as Jones fighting a Nazi atop a train, Helena, played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, in a rooftop pursuit, and the hero's discovering of the eponymous Dial of Destiny. From there, the montage moves to tease a number of the film's action set pieces, including the aforementioned train top fight, a horseback chase through a parade, and the exploration of ancient ruins by Jones and Helena, ostensibly in an effort to distract viewers from the nonsensical advice offered by Jones over the footage. I don't believe in magic, but a few times in my life I've seen things, says the hero to an unknown individual, presumably Helen, given the inflection of hope in his words. Things I can't explain, and I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe, it's how hard